We're live! Ladies and gentlemen, it's another beautiful day to be alive. We're doing another Mandocast. Episode number 4 is on the docket. I'm, of course, once again joined by Athix and joined by Gamer. What's crack-a-lackin', guys? Are we excited? There's a lot of hype for this episode.
I hear it's good. I'm excited.
I have a friend who watches these go live at 3 a.m. every Friday.
Mm.
So he's like a big, he loves this show.
Okay.
And so I got like a 5 a.m. text when I woke up from him being like, I didn't even read them because I was afraid that he was going to spoil anything. I had 8 texts from him and I just saw the first line. This episode is amazing.
Whoa.
He loved it. And I was like, all right, bro, I'm going to wait and see what it's all about. But I'm already liking the thumbnail. I already like the thumbnail, so.
Okay. Isaac, what about you, Isaac? As somebody who hates the show, let us know what you think.
And hates Star Wars as an entire property. What do you think?
As somebody who right before we went live said, gosh, I can't, like, the only reason I tune into this is for the super chats.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That is a complete lie. That is slander.
What was, what? So what are you saying? Yeah. Sorry.
All I said was that last episode wasn't great, and if this episode's filled with Clone Wars references,
if I recall, you didn't just say it wasn't great. I'm pretty sure you called it trash.
This is just pure filthy lies. I will not feed these rumors. This is fake news.
I won't say anything, but I do believe we have some video evidence.
I'm not gonna go one way or another, but I'm 100% sure that's what you said. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know what? I agree with him. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 100% sure. You know.
Now
every week I just get bullied.
Now my question to you.
Meme section hasn't even come up yet.
That's what I'm saying. We got to do Mando memes. Isaac going into this.
Mando memes. Let's go. That's your jingle.
That's awful.
Hey, I'm already like one-upping you. You don't have a jingle. We were supposed to come prepared this week, okay?
True.
You know what I love? I love that we're 4 weeks into this show, and this is where you're like, oh, we should probably prepare. 4 weeks into a show, he says, oh, we should probably come prepared. And that's what being prepared is. Mando memes, Mando.
That's not what happened.
To be fair,
that's just a misrepresentation
where's your jingle,
of what's going on.
I mean,
my jingle? I came up with the segment.
So that just means you get a free pass?
And I was the one that did the whole Mando memes. Now we review Mando memes.
Yeah,
nice.
Just because you did it doesn't mean it's good, though.
Oh, well, excuse me, Isaac. What do you have to say? Go ahead. Go hit us with your
That's funny. It's Mando memes. There you go. There's the jingle.
That was a jingle?
Yeah.
Sounded more like a grunt.
You literally just ate your microphone.
Yeah, I thought you were grunting or something.
That was like ASMR. If we do an ASMR episode.
Have you ever listened to music? Do you know what jingles are?
Whoa, dude, he's going hard. Holy. You're getting tilted. All right, let's jump into the first Mando meme. Dean, please set the table for this one. This will be your meme.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it says, Grandma.
Wait.
Sorry,
I need to bring it up. Go ahead.
Oh, killing the mood already. Okay. Grandma, you haven't eaten in 30 minutes. You must be hungry. Me. I am full, Grandma. Thank you. Grandma, I have spoken. It is beautiful. It is a fantastic meme.
That's a good one.
I love it.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Okay, so
all
I
right.
want to hear
Isaac. Moving on.
He didn't even like smile.
Wait.
Rating,
We need to give a rating. What was the rating for that Mando meme? Chat. Out of 10.
Chat first. Okay.
And Isaac,
you got the other one up.
Yeah, I know. I've got yours prepared as well. So you're getting 0 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 5 out of... I don't think it's a 0. I think it's a 2.
I don't think it's a 0.
I think it's a 2. It's funny.
It is funny.
It's okay.
Isaac, what about you? Set the table with this one.
For Dean's or
Well, yeah. Give a rating for Dean's first.
Dean's, I'd give it a solid 6.
Okay, not bad. That's pretty generous. What about your meme?
Yeah, and that was generous. You're right. For my meme, I'd give it a solid 10 out of 10.
Humble, I like it.
I mean, it's it's
Isaac, would you like to do a dramatized?
Not the same one.
Would you like to do a dramatized reading?
Okay. Who do I play? Which one?
Both. You have to do both of them.
Oh.
There's 2 characters.
I can't really do a Kylo Ren impression, but
been on screen for a minute.
What does Kylo Ren sound like? What?
All right, guys, I'm gonna go grab a coffee.
Give me everything.
Wow, that almost sounds like Mando memes again.
Another grunt.
Wow.
Hey.
Who? Wow. So we got Palpatine to do the Mando memes jingle, bro.
Everything.
Holy
exclusive to Mando
That's
memes.
brilliant.
Maybe just.
All right, chat. Give that one a rating out of 10. Okay, so I've got 2 prepared. So this is the first one. What do you guys think of this one? Wait, I gotta resize it because it just looks like I posted a picture.
This guy's gotta one up us by having 2. Can't just pick one.
Okay, I have one.
I'm kidding. It doesn't matter.
Mike, stop moving it.
Sorry, I gotta resize it.
No, you gotta wait until
So
you see the entire like.
How
frame,
society
you know?
wants men to dress. How men want to dress. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Okay.
I mean, it's
Moving
just
on.
true. It's not really
Moving on to
funny
the next.
per se.
That's
You
what a
know?
meme is supposed to be. Okay, you want a dark meme? You want a dark meme?
No. It's good. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
Okay, here's a dark
4.
one for you.
Yeah, he gave it a 4. Man, this guy is.
If you have
a real
7
hard critic.
chairs and 10 children, what do? Get 3 more chairs, says Obi-Wan. And Anakin responds by saying, kill 3 kids.
I give that one an 8 out of 10. I actually like that one.
Yeah, actually, even though I didn't laugh, I laughed a lot.
Yeah, no, but
internally.
Internally.
it just, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's in the movies, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But
it would be something
what
Anakin
does
would
this
say.
have
I
to do
feel
with
like,
Mandalorian.
bro, he's like, I don't like sand. Sand is coarse. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So I expect him to say things like that, you know?
But that doesn't really get a mark because that has nothing to do with the Mandalorian.
That's true. That's a good point. Wait,
And
wait.
that's
That's a good
Mando
point.
memes.
Okay, but
Not
they're
Star
called
Wars
it's
memes.
Mando memes. Mando memes will accept some Star Wars memes. That's the jingle.
Okay, so
That's the jingle. Don't you listen?
Any
Listen.
suggestions on a new segment?
I'm
would
not
be greatly
100%
appreciated.
sure, but I think he's changing the jingle up on us.
I think he is.
I
I'm
have
pretty sure he's
literally
doing
sang the
something.
exact same jingle 4 times in a week.
in a
row.
week.
4 weeks in a row.
In a week in a row? In a week in a row?
Exactly.
In a week?
Ladies and gentlemen, cue up your timers for 000. That was a great segment, guys. That was a really fantastic. How are we gonna get on Disney Plus with this kind of attitude?
Hey, I think this is entertaining. We're having a great time, and we haven't even started the episode yet.
Yeah,
Oh, it's crazy.
Also, Jack
So
Martin,
Disney,
thank
if you
for
want
the
to pick us
support.
up, we're
Oh yeah.
really undervalued right now.
Okay, so everybody line up. Are we all lined up?
Yeah, remember it's 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes. So guys, I will count down. I'll say 3, 2, 1, then go. And at go, you guys all have to press play as well. If you're watching the episode along with us, you will have a timer on my screen so that you can keep up with that as well. Are we ready?
Right.
Okay. 3,
Do it.
2, 1, go.
1, 2, 3. Isn't this season 1?
But it all links up, I guess.
I guess. I mean, I guess it's important for this episode.
Oh, is
Oh,
she
yeah.
coming back?
Is this like a recap? I guess a small little of the entire season.
Yeah, I don't. They're recapping a lot of characters, so we're gonna get like a lot of these guys
Well, we
coming
know
back now.
we know Grief Karga for sure
Yeah,
because
yeah. Obviously, the Breaking Bad guy's coming back as well. I forget his name.
Who?
The Darksaber guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Breaking Bad. That's what I know him from. I don't know.
All right, guys. Sorry, timer's not working again. This thing's a disaster. I apologize. I tried.
Our production value just gets better and better. It really does.
Hey, do you have a timer?
I
Didn't
have
think
done in the
so.
past, but it's not working this week.
I guess it's not working for both of you.
Disaster. Okay.
You really didn't clean up all that fish stuff.
Nah, he doesn't care, bro.
Nah.
I
Must
think
stink in that
that's all
cockpit.
holding the ship together.
Yeah,
Fishing
probably.
nets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's doing some work.
Oh, little mechanic.
This reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Remember when they sent
Yeah.
Groot to do the planting of the explosive? Where he's explaining to him, like, you have to press this
Man,
button.
a crossover of Baby Yoda and Baby
gonna-
Groot.
I think he's gonna put.
I think that would melt the internet.
Yeah.
Okay. He's about to get
You idiot.
electrocuted, isn't he?
Oh yeah. He's gonna get like there's gonna be an explosion or something. Oh. It's like reverse learning. He wants to just like match it, you know?
This is how it feels like when you're trying to explain to somebody who's new at a video game what to do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh.
Is he alive?
His reaction,
Okay,
like the
okay.
way he shook.
Okay. Oh, this episode is great already. Funny.
Yeah, that was great.
That might have been the funniest scene in the whole show.
Yeah.
It's just his face afterwards with the little smoke.
And it was like shaking with the electricity. Oh, that was
funny.
That's kind of cute, actually.
All right, they're headed back to Navarro, I guess. What's Navarro?
Oh.
That's where they first were.
That's
right?
the
And
first
Grief
planet, yeah?
Karga-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
That's where
forge.
Grief Karga and
Here,
everything
count this out.
I think.
Hello, little friend.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Are you
god.
gonna voice
Won't
act
you
this?
be delicious? That's my shirt. What are these guys? What species are they?
Butt face.
I'm just
We're
saying,
all
like,
thinking it.
because they kind of have almost like spiders, kind of like the front fangs.
Yeah,
no?
with the two things, yeah.
All I see is a butt.
Go! Oh, it's Cara Dune.
Oh, it's Cara Dune.
So they said it's the marshal. Is she like a law enforcement now?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Whoa.
I mean, she was part of the army special forces.
They always
right?
incorporate some sort of MMA moves
She was
for
a
her.
shock trooper, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The
that
shock
guy.
troopers, the guys with like the big heavy guns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could that
huge.
guy get shot anymore? Whoa.
Ooh.
Holy
Tried.
moly. So
Her
is she
workout
here
routines
to
in this
rescue
show.
the little weasel guy?
Or to loot everything. What do we think?
I'm going with looting, by the way.
I'm gonna go with looting.
Guys,
as
it's
well.
Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, there's another toy. Looks like a
Isaac, you should
meerkat.
buy a couple for holiday
Oh
season.
my
Oh, I
goodness.
wonder why.
So that's a new toy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should also buy the lizard lady. The frog lady, sorry. Not lizard. How dare I?
Oh,
Wow, she's a savage. She just walks in, claps them all, and then just. Chat is saying that was a dollar store version of Rocket.
It really, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it really was dollar store version.
Did you guys pre-order the Hasbro Pulse ship? This ship?
No.
Razor
No.
Crest?
I'm guessing you did.
I didn't. I was too late.
Oh. Oh, was it sold out?
Yeah.
Razor Crest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love how smoothly that opens up. It doesn't even open all the way down anymore. It's like a budget pro wrestling show where like they only have enough money so they can't do like proper fireworks, so it's just What was this guy's name
His
again?
armor looks
I like how
especially
Grief
shiny
looks.
this week.
I like how Grief looks.
Oh, so she
I
is
like
the
beard.
marshal. You see?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, cool.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's like a little reunion with season 1 characters.
So is he? He's a good guy now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he
Yeah,
had a
he's okay.
redeeming arc
With
already in the
redemption,
first
yeah.
season, right?
Yeah, at the end there.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, that was a little sus.
Oh,
That's
that was
super
a
sus.
tough head.
That's
That-
something the King of Sus would do.
Hey, listen, the King of Sus
and
can
it's red as well.
definitely see suspicious behavior in others from
Mm.
experience. Yeah, this place seems to be like bustling. Look, they got an IG. Did you see they have a statue for IG 11 or whatever his name was?
Oh, really?
No
Yeah.
way. Really? There's a statue for him?
Before they walked in, they had a statue for him, like in the
Oh,
background.
So this is the bar where they had the shootout thing in the last.
Yeah.
season? Right, okay. And it's now a school.
I mean, it's a school. I feel like it's a pretty safe spot.
Hmm.
I just think he should stand out a little bit. I just think a tad little bit.
Well, he's also 50, so
And he's also green.
so there's that.
Yeah. And he's only maybe like an 18th of everyone else's height.
Uh-oh, food.
He can't resist.
Those look like some
Are they
macaroons,
macaroons?
yeah. He's so
Kid looks
adorable, bro.
This kid looks so weirded out and like awkward.
What if he just like flings him into the ceiling with the force? Just poof.
I think he's gonna keep trying.
No, I think he's just gonna use the force.
Use force and pull it
Yeah.
over. Yeah. He's gonna just wanna have it. And oh, but
I like how
he's
he's going for the
grinding!
pack. I like how he's going for the pack, not for the like one individual. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Oh my god, I love this kid.
He's just so funny, man.
But I mean, he's very clearly strong with the Force, like really strong with the Force.
Oh, it's him.
Oh, Dean, you were right about the name.
Yeah, I know, I'm right.
Who was this guy? He seems.
Yeah, he was in the first
Very first.
episode.
Yeah, the first episode, very first episode.
Think so.
Yeah, probably first or second, most likely.
Yeah, because when he comes into that bar at the very beginning,
I don't know why
yeah,
he reminds me a little bit of the actor Paul Giamatti. Like just the actor.
I know the name, but I don't know who that is really.
He was
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember the name of the movie.
Guys, just get ready for the last episode to have Ahsoka, and get ready for Boba to be the next 3 seasons.
Where is Boba?
Oh no! Didn't you hear he's been pushed to season 6?
You're lying. You're joking. I hope you're messing with me.
I am.
Thing is, I'd believe it.
Doesn't this look like the one of the maps from Jedi Fallen Order?
Yep. Or they would send more.
That's a good point, Dean. Somebody just said, "Hey, Blot. Hi." Isaac, can you imagine how many guys they have to get to run with that thing?
Oh my god, we're still running with this.
I thought we left that in episode 2.
I brought it back, baby! I brought it back!
God damn it.
I feel like this guy's gonna also being suspicious.
Well, he was kind of a bad guy.
Yeah, I know, but he's just being sus kind of right now, even.
You can see with the way his eyes is like shifting.
What was that like mist that he sprayed out of his neck?
I think that was him nervous.
I think that's when he's nervous. It's like just to relieve stress. It's like if you passed gas or something.
Yeah.
It's just out of his neck.
Involuntary.
Just
So he just fired it out of his neck.
Yep.
No worries, you know,
yep.
No biggie.
Can you imagine how embarrassing that is?
So close to your nose as well.
He's opening this door.
People do you think man these bases? If 3 of them are sieging it.
This guy's like Uber. Give me 5 stars, guys. The flange makes me think of Friends. The phalange, remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Is he the phalange?
I think he's going up.
See ya. Gotta love having a jetpack.
So OP.
That was a stormtrooper. Oh, and then he opened it from up top. Nice. He's like, oh.
Roger that.
Lava tide. Cool.
Why did nobody say anything about lava?
Maybe she's lying. Maybe there is no lava tide and he came anyways.
They've left the car there, so I don't know what lava does to that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It seems like a trap.
Ooh. They're gonna roll out of
Horse
here in bikes, I
good.
think.
Speeder scene, maybe. Speeder scene. Isn't it strange that there's nobody in this base? Why do
There
they only have
is.
4? There's like 4 people,
I
5
guess
people.
Yeah.
the Empire's kind of low staffed after
Yeah.
they're
They're running
war.
low, bro. They had to do some layoffs.
Yeah.
I would know something about that.
She is hench.
Night night. What?
She is what?
What?
Hench.
What does that mean?
Like buff.
Oh.
Ripped. Hench.
Huh.
I've never heard that
Never
word.
heard that. Yeah, me neither.
Oh, maybe that's an English word. I didn't know.
Weird. I could have sworn I
I mean,
spoke
me
English.
and Max literally reacted the same way, the same time. Like we had
That's
no
a pretty
idea.
normal word.
I
over
thought
here.
at
Just
first you
means
said
buff.
bench. I was like, what?
No, I heard what he said. I just was confused.
Hench.
Yeah.
Look at these guys.
The crew's back together. I just realized. I got some cool fight scenes, hopefully.
The code cylinder. Okay, so this
Bit
is
like
where those
all-
cooling lines are.
Ooh.
Huh. Imagine if someone just tripped right now.
Nothing
See you
ever
later.
goes well in a Star Wars movie or anything that has like a bridge like that.
Or like a lava pit at the very
Yeah.
bottom.
At least they've got the high ground.
That was
I
a
did
good
the
one,
little
Isaac.
put-em, just so you
That
know.
was a good one. That was a good
Thank
one.
you. Thank you.
Oh no.
There's no
for
guard
sure,
rail.
this guy for sure falls into the lava. I
Oh
feel
no.
like.
I like how
He's
yeah,
psycho.
Isaac, I like how you pointed that out. Like they didn't see. There's no guardrail here, by the way.
It's like whoa.
This takes Among Us to a whole new level, huh? He's doing some tasks.
Blue sus.
Oh.
Probably gonna fall backwards.
Okay, now you gotta get out of there. Quick, hurry up.
Oh my lord.
Oh, maybe he made it. See, that wasn't so hard.
That might have been the first time I've ever seen that type of a scene end well for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Hold on, this scene's not fully over. It's still gonna blow up, you know. Don't you think it's more important to evacuate the base rather than get the intruders? I mean, the base is gonna blow up anyways. Does it not look like he's playing a Game Boy right now, or like, sorry, a Switch? Like he's just pressing on the thing like a regular Switch.
He's just playing some Animal Crossing. God damn
Like I just got a
Ooh.
shiny Raichu. Ooh, what is that?
Doesn't look good.
What is that?
They
Palpatine?
growing?
Are those Palpatine clones?
I don't think it's Palpatine. I think it's just them growing people. Yeah.
But it looked a little like not even Palpatine.
Not
What's the guy's name for the
Snoke?
die? Yes, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I guess that would have
Maybe
because they
maybe
were growing
Snoke.
Snokes. Maybe this
maybe-
is the start of it.
Maybe Snoke wasn't actually the leader of the First Order, and someone else
Well, he
is actually
wasn't.
behind this.
Was he?
No, I
Palpatine?
know. No, but maybe
Yeah.
Snoke is just a clone, and even Palpatine was being used by someone. Maybe that's what they're setting up.
Oh.
The blood, probably the blood of Palpatine. No.
Well, Palpatine is an immortal being. Really?
Hmm.
Okay. So those are people that I guess are being experimented on.
Hmm.
Oh, so they've been
That was-
injecting these people with the child's blood, and that's what's happening to them.
So maybe the child is what brought Palpatine back.
Maybe That's a good question, actually.
If he's like a force, got
Maybe
force
he's just
blood. I don't know.
yeah, like maybe he's just that adept with the force, or the force is in him or something. I mean, the force is in everything, but like
It's one with the force.
I don't know. I don't know.
Force.
That was smooth. Whoa, he hits him.
They really do just make a joke out of stormtroopers, don't they?
Yep.
They're supposed to be elite soldiers. Like, come on.
Well, relative to whom?
Well, not elite soldiers.
Well, these guys are also trained, right?
I mean,
Well, the blue guy isn't.
Grief is like whatever. Yeah, but you can see it. He's like moving all over the place, like slipping and sliding.
Listen, maybe that's his strat.
Yeah, don't use the cover provided. I agree.
Yes, exactly. When in doubt, just stand right in front of the stormtrooper.
Yeah,
They'll
when in
miss.
doubt, stand all the way in the back.
Oh,
where no one
no.
can see you.
He's back here again.
Man, I guess there's certain points of this armor that are stronger than others, but I feel like this armor is so inconsistent with shots.
Yeah.
Whoa. Dude, he did the Iron Man landing.
He did
Kind
the
of.
Iron Man landing.
Superhero landed.
Yeah, shoulder pads would be reinforced though quite strongly, so that would make sense.
Well, you see, I told you somebody's gonna fall in there.
Ooh.
And so I don't know if stormtroopers count. They would probably walk in there.
That's a good point too. I feel like they should be running a little quicker, considering this place is going to be filled with lava.
Yeah, they never sprint, do they?
Yeah.
Really? No.
They're kind of
It's a
just
light
like,
jog.
yeah, let's
Excuse
jog
me, you
out of
can't
here.
you can't ask these actors.
Look
to
at what he's doing. He
sprint.
just keeps popping up.
Yo, he's just popping up.
Like whack-a-mole. That was funny.
His face. Oh, you should see. You should look at his face next time he shoots.
It's working.
She is a Old Republic. I thought she was part of the Empire, but she has an Old Republic tattoo on her cheek. Or what?
Yeah,
looks
she
to
was
be an
a
Old
Republic shock trooper, wasn't she? I think.
Oh, yeah. You're right. And then eventually turned into the Empire, so it's essentially one
Ah,
and the
yeah,
same.
yeah, that's true.
We said these movies take place after the first 6, right? I mean, this show takes place after the first 6, right? In between
Yeah.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't there lava down there?
Oh no.
Big rip.
I mean, he got an upgrade. They'll probably give him that one, right?
Ooh, here we go. We got a speeder bike
Ooh,
chase
There we
scene.
go.
Let's go,
I was
baby.
waiting for this. These scenes are great. The way they like record these like
That was
chase
great.
scenes
That was
with the
fantastic.
camera.
Yeah,
They're
they're
so
so talented, these guys.
uh,
They just ooze with confidence and ability. Just
I'm just curious. I guess they have bombs on them. Like, what are they gonna do against that tank on speeders?
they have laser blasters on them.
Yeah, okay, but the tank is probably reinforced for that. Isn't that the point of a tank?
As you're saying that, he turns around with like the biggest cannons ever and just.
He's about to just shoot them. Yeah.
But to be fair, Dean, you're on Team Empire, so you should be cheering for these guys to succeed.
True, that is true. I just like what the Empire stood for rather than like
Rather than,
cheering for them.
the rebellion who stood for hope and peaceful.
Yeah,
The
but if you look
Empire
at
itself
if
wasn't
you
that
if
bad.
you
It was
really
the
look
Sith.
if you really look at the like the political nature of Star
Ooh.
Wars and like the economic nature of Star Wars, the Empire was a better time to live in.
As opposed to
The New Republic.
for whom? Just for the Imperial soldiers?
Everyone, as opposed to the people who lived in the inner worlds, like Coruscant and those
I
worlds.
can believe that.
I was actually gonna link a great episode.
Oh my goodness, this guy's
that
about
described
to.
it.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. That's all that's left. The helmet.
Evaporated.
Wait, I legit never knew that that's how the TIE Fighter wings do, like, fold up like that. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they,
Guess
like,
that
fold
how
in.
they get in and out.
Yeah. But I've always just only seen them like that, like, upright.
They've been like that before in this, I think.
I guess I just didn't pay attention.
No, well, gotta learn to listen, mates.
It's not about listening, it's about looking.
Yeah,
It was a Simpsons quote.
The goggles, they do nothing.
Well, I know they have a tank, but I don't know what that's necessarily gonna do.
Yeah, Air
against
Force
a TIE
First
fighter.
tank. I don't know.
He's gonna
Well,
try
also-
to drop the rocks on them. So as they fly through, they'll get hit by rocks.
I think the ships have bigger cannons, like bigger guns.
I mean, it looks like it's doing some damage.
No, they're missing. No, they're missing.
No,
They're
I'm
missing.
saying like to the ground. So if that hits, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Wow, they're both missing this hard. Holy.
Where's Mando, by the way?
He's still on the.
Yeah.
He's doing his own thing, you know.
Okay.
He's gonna come in last minute and save everybody, probably, or something.
Probably.
Oh, he's locked in. Ooh, perfect timing.
Not that perfect.
Well, they were about to get shot because that guy was locked in on them. The cannon is ruined.
But now they're in the open, so it's
Yeah, they're
not
screwed
good
now.
for them.
Here we go. And that's Mando.
Oh,
Probably using
Yeah.
yeah.
oh, no one saw that.
It's eating the macaroons.
So I think that the child has eaten something every episode, right?
Yeah.
Like he's always eating something every episode.
So did he go
regardless
back
of-
to the school to pick up the kid?
That's what
Or-
I'm confused
Yeah,
about. How did
yeah,
he
yeah,
do
he
that
did.
so fast?
Jetpack.
Friends are getting shot at, but gotta go pick up the kid from school. Like, okay.
I mean, to be fair, he did say the kid is his. Yeah, I love the kid, man. The kid's reactions are my favorite.
Yo, Razor
Whee!
Crest is looking fresh. Ooh.
yeah.
Boom.
The scene right here is epic.
Here we go.
He's just so cute.
Is he just gonna smash right into him? Is that the plan?
Kamikaze it.
No, he's gonna
Oh, okay.
laser
yeah.
blast him.
Because one way or the other, it would do a lot of damage to him.
Ooh. That's how you do it.
Dang. I have a feeling I already know what Isaac's gonna say at the end of this episode. Oh, did he?
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Too much spinning.
Yeah. It's when you eat too many hot dogs and go on a ride. It's
Yeah, we
Is it
better
from
see some
experience?
memes for that. Onboard maintenance.
They can't stay in one spot too long.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
X-Wing.
Oh, it's those guys from the last episode.
Mhm. So that line that he said just now, if you're ever out this far again, is pretty important. Like world building
Right.
of like the government, like after the Empire,
Ah.
for like law enforcement and other things.
Oh.
Is that like an official badge?
Not sure.
Sheriff's badge, I guess, or whatever.
Well, that's what
yeah.
I mean. Like, I guess maybe, right?
Yeah, I think it's like the equivalent of a sheriff, marshal, whatever, you know. It's like Wild West out here, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, when you get to the
Well,
outer edge,
well, yeah, because like the New Republic hasn't reached this far. Like,
Dude, the
Dean
front
said,
of that,
so-
I thought that was a Millennium Falcon for a second. Because of the front
Oh,
of the ship. Like, it looked like Millennium
Yeah.
Falcon-esque. I was
do
like,
you guys like do you know how the like universe is structured, like because like
In
they have
general?
like an outer, like, yeah, because they have it like an outer edge.
wait. Remember, that was one of the technicians.
yeah.
So it was planted on the Mando,
Mando,
Razor Crest. Get ready with the poggers, guys. There's gonna be something big.
Oh, here we go. Someone big.
There's gonna be some
Tim.
poggers
get
here.
in.
There's gonna be some poggers. Get ready for the
Yeah.
poggers.
Moff Gideon with a dark saber. I wonder if the source is the blue guy.
He's smart. No, it's not. It's the technician. Did you not
Oh,
just see?
No, no, I thought they meant a different source, but yeah.
What
'Cause
is
how would the
that?
technician
Who
know?
is that?
Who is what?
What are these clone things?
Death Troopers, I think. They look like Death Troopers.
The
Ooh.
chest plates look like Vader almost.
A little different. A little different.
second.
I did think at first it was gonna be Vader, but
No, I don't think so.
Holy moly, guys! Episode just ended. What do we think? Holy moly!
I'm gonna let Ezekias take it over. Let him start.
me?
Curious.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Go ahead, Isaac.
Better than last week's. Much better than last week.
See, that's, I think, where we flip.
But that's not saying much. Very similar. It was kind of like last week, but they remade it. Like it was kind of like the whole get into the base. They kind of had that last week. But this week it was done a lot better, I thought. There was a lot more comedy in it. A lot more intrigue. What are your guys' general thoughts before we go on into detail?
Go ahead, Dean.
I didn't like it as much. But I think the problem still stems not so much from this episode, because I like the episode individually the same way of like every other episode we watched individually. I think this issue still stems from the first two episodes, because the problem with the first two episodes is that like I like this episode. I'm really happy that we got to see Grief Karga and Cara Dune, because like I've been wanting these characters to come back from season one, because well, they were built up in season one. Like I wanted to see them, but now it's like, oh, one and done, and it's like I still like nothing happened. We know about Boba, we know about Ahsoka, we know about like all of these different plot lines, and it's like, are we gonna explore all of them in season 3? Like, what is happening? Like, I understand like they're setting up this thing of like, I guess the kid's gonna get captured or whatnot, and like Mando
I think the season ends with Ahsoka versus Gideon, Dark Saber versus lightsaber.
That makes sense. Yeah.
What about Boba?
Boba
5.
is a pretty good drink. I would say I like this episode just because I think that, again, I wanted to see more of the characters from season 1, but at the same time, what I am acknowledging now is that it seems like what I guess wanted from the show is just not going to happen, and so now I'm just gonna scrap that mindset and just look at it as it's exactly how the title says. The show is The Mandalorian. It's not about any of these other characters. We might check in with them, it looks like, every now and again. And again, I think that once again, what this show does very, very well is that, like, they didn't outright come out and tell us, like, hey, look what we did. We turned that place that used to be just a bar for everybody to now it's a school. And, like, we've rebuilt this area. And Navarro is starting to prosper. And we put up a statue for the character, basically, like
I didn't see that. I need to go back.
The character that kind of, like, sacrificed himself in order for this place to rebuild and get back on track and so on and so forth. So I think they do a really good job with that sort of thing, like where they really they tell a lot. If you're a person like me and you're constantly paying attention to these little things and, like, you're using the visual stuff to tell a story, they do a really good job with that. I would describe that as world building, just in a sense that they plant a lot of things where they're not outright coming out and like they didn't do a pause scene where they walked up to the statue and they go like, oh wow, remember that moment? Like, you know what I mean? Which a lot of other shows that are worse written would have done that. Like, they would have literally had a scene where they all stop and, like, they pay respects or something like that, or like and again, maybe you could have done something kind of cool with that as well. Like, maybe he leaves, like, a little token or something as, like, gratitude, you know, almost like how you would leave, like, flowers at a grave or something like that. So maybe he would leave something behind, which could have been maybe an interesting scene as well to, like, tie it back to season 1. But in general, I like this episode just because I wanted to see what were those characters up to. And honestly, the way that they just laid it out right now, like, it really, I wish that this was maybe episode, which I know we've said this a lot, but I wish that this was maybe episode 2 or episode 1 of the show, because I think it would have been really cool to, like, kind of not drag me along with the idea of, like, well, what's going on with Cara Dune? Because now I feel satisfied to know, like, okay, so she's taking up the role of the marshal in this outer part of the galaxy where the rebels and they just cannot they don't have the same resources or corporate structure to, like, manage the entirety of the galaxy. And so that's, like, why that pilot at the end there tells her, like, hey, we don't have, like, we can't monitor every part, we need help from local forces. And so she steps up to the plate to be this, like, local marshal. We see that she can, obviously, she's more than capable of handling herself. We see that, what was his name again, Dean? Karga, yeah. How he's stepped up to this, like, role of, like, a mayor, basically, right, for this town, and they're slowly but surely in the process of rebuilding. So now I'm like, okay, perfect. I know what they're up to, and we, like, could they go back to it at some point? Sure, but right now I feel like, okay, fine. That we put a bow on that. They still, obviously, the nice thing is that they used this also to plant the seeds to let us know that, like, Moff Gideon was smart enough to know that he would come back at some point again. And so he put a spy there because he knew that that was going to be a way that he could, like, catch up back with the Mandalorian and, more importantly, the child. And so I think that was cool. And plus, we learned finally what it is that they wanted from the child. They're using his blood for these experiments. We don't know if that ties into Palpatine or oh my goodness, why am I forgetting his name again? Snoke, but maybe we'll find out eventually. So that's why
I feel like it. But isn't that the catchphrase of the show? We'll find out eventually.
Okay. Yes. But I felt like this might have been, from a story and narrative perspective, I think that was the strongest episode. I think that was the strongest episode so far this season.
But is it really saying much if we're comparing it to the previous episodes?
Okay, but our critique with all of the previous episodes was the lack of progression of story. This episode progressed the story a lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best episode so far. But
Yeah,
like Dean
so
said,
that's why.
not saying a lot.
But
It,
yeah, I know. But Dean also said that the last episode was incredible, and so
Well,
that's
he was
why.
wrong.
That's why, to
But, yeah.
me, I look. Was
No,
this the
it's
most
not that I don't
entertaining
like-
episode? No. Did it? It had the funniest sequence. That starting sequence is
There was a lot of comedy in it,
great.
with the Baby Yoda. Yeah.
This whole season has a lot more comedy. Like the first season did not have nearly as much like funny moments or things like that.
No.
This whole season is a lot funnier. But I felt like from a story perspective, you can't we got way more stuff to progress, and I do think that it is slowly but surely. Like I know it's a valid point. Like, isn't that the catchphrase? We're gonna find out. But look how like it's like if we start paying attention just for the last 4 chapters, it is starting to kind of like it's like building blocks. Like they introduced those X-wing pilots last episode, right? And then now we see them circled back. They're not crucial to the story or anything like that, but we do see how they're slowly but surely like they're telling stories and they're trying to tie up loose ends.
I agree with you. I guess it comes down to like the style of like what you like and how you like storytelling, for example, because like I can't say that my favorite type of story is those like loose ends, like put them together by the end of the season, like especially in a season 2. I think, in my opinion, and this is just purely how I like the story to be told.
Yeah,
it's like I think by season 2 there should already be like I don't want any more like. Give me the story building like this episode. Perfect. If you want to make this the mid-season finale, like that last episode before, like, halfway through, it's like, I think it's a fantastic episode to do that. But at the same time, then you don't need the first 2 episodes. Like the first 2 episodes could be something else, especially the second, third episode, they tie in together. That's a story in and of itself. So that's one thing. The first episode didn't have to be what it was. It was essentially useless, whether it comes back or not. Like if Boba comes out to be in the 7th, 8th episode, next episode, whatever, that first episode was essentially useless. Because is Boba following him the entire way through? They went to like 4 different planets now. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
it just seems
look,
like
I'm not going to defend the first episode,
Too many
second
loose ends.
episode,
That's my
third
thing.
episode. They're all entertaining. This is the episode that I felt like there was like those episodes were all like hollow, like they didn't have any meat to them. This episode I felt like actually had stuff where I'm like, oh cool, like we finally learned what is Cara Dune up to, what is going on in Navarro, what's like what kind of political shifts and just the overall structure of that city, what does it look like, so on and so forth. And in addition to that, like we can't skip over the fact that we finally learned like the motivation of why they want the child.
Oh, for sure.
Like that's
for
a
sure.
huge reveal. Like that was a massive thing that we find out that the blood that they had extracted from him in season 1, like when he was initially captured by Mando and traded in. Now we know that they're trying to like inject this blood into these test subjects that have to be of a specific type. Because remember he said like M or whatever. M count.
So do we know if that is related at all to them cloning Snoke or Palpatine?
Probably not.
Well, I don't, but I think it looked like Snoke. Like in that one scene, like part of his head looked like Snoke's head. You know, remember how Snoke had like he also looked like he was kind of pieced together. So to me, that's why I like this episode. Like I feel like we got what we needed. And the one critique that I will bring up also about Star Wars as a whole, and this is applicable to a lot of different things. I personally, like, I know you guys are super excited about Boba Fett and things like that, and that's great because, again, we haven't seen him in so long. But in general, I feel like if Star Wars, like, if everything is always connected, right? Meaning like, oh, well, it's still somehow related to this other movie or this other show. I feel like you kind of shrink down the world. Like you make it feel like a much smaller story than what it can be. Versus,
for sure. They
like,
have to keep leaving loose ends to continue the story in different branches.
Yeah. So to me, it's silly to say, oh, there's
strange how they introduce it. Like the introductions, it just seems like the introductions into the episodes, like I could not tell you a Star Wars, like even the movies, and this is coming from a guy who didn't like any of the movies, essentially, like really didn't like any of the movies. The movies felt more semblance of some kind of continuity and connection, and at least not feeling like a choppy mess. Like, to me, this feels just so choppy. Like, I come into this each episode being like, oh, okay, like I don't really know even what remotely could happen
Okay.
this episode.
Okay. So again,
But that's just the way I like
agree with you.
stories.
I agree with you on all previous episodes, not this one. I feel like this is the one episode
No,
where
not this one.
you
No, I
can't
agree with you
you
on
can't
this.
bring up that criticism. I think for just this episode, because this is the one episode
but
where
that's
I'm like,
my point.
it progressed.
It's not based on this episode. My criticism isn't based on this episode. My criticism is based on the previous episodes and like the way they want to tell it. I like this episode. Like, you brought up all great points, and I agree with pretty much every single point you brought up. It's just a matter of like, it just seems like this is a great fourth episode. Actually, I think the way they set it up, going into the season finale, is great. It's just
Wait,
like,
this is the next episode is the last one?
I said
What?
No, I said building into the season finale.
Oh, geez. I thought you
Oh.
said going into the season finale, like the last episode is next week.
No, I was
How
like,
many more
building
episodes do we
into it.
have?
I
This
think
is
there's
what, 4, so they said 8, right? So 4
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's,
So we're
yeah,
halfway.
Yeah, so like I think it's a great way to mark the halfway point, but it just feels so like,
This should have been episode 2. Then if they did like filler story, it would, I feel like you would not have that
I
criticism.
saw a tweet on Twitter when I was scrolling through it of someone like talking about the Mandalorian. They didn't spoil anything, but they said that they oftentimes like go for more of a merchandising route rather than like a really impactful like
Okay, listen,
know.
that's like, you could say that about
but
anything.
hold on. But my point really comes down to the fact like that the impact of like, I agree that it was cool, but it just didn't impact me the same way any of the other ones did, or any of the impacts from the first season had. Because at least you could say in the first season, like they had like the first part with one guy, the next part with another guy, another part, a guy with another part, and then everyone comes to be like a team at the end. You know, there's a flow to the story.
Yeah,
like,
but that's why
end.
okay, that's why I acknowledge, I agree with you. Like I said at the top, I said that's what I thought this show was going to be. But I acknowledge now that I've been wrong about thinking that that's what the show was going to be, and I need to acknowledge the fact that the show is exactly what the title says, The Mandalorian. So forget about like this becoming like a cast of characters type thing. The show is Mando, and in this case, the child. Everything else, there are going to be characters to just come in and out of his orbit, but the entirety of the show will revolve around just him. And that's my fault for like thinking that the show was going to be this like.
But they built it that way around season 1. Like, they made you believe that this is what they were kind of going for because of the way they built up the first season and the cast. And even in some regard, this episode with bringing them back, like you kind of have this semblance of he is creating this community of like relationships and connections and things like that, but it's not like you said, it's more of like they come in and out rather, and like they float around his orbit rather than like part of like his squad or his crew. But you know, in the first season, it really made it seem like he's building a crew, they're gonna travel together,
I agree. Like,
but
I think that was the whole point. Like that season 1 wrapped that up. Like we were hoping that we were gonna get more of that. Like where it's like is he gonna like build another crew? Like is he gonna replace IG and the what was the guy's name who said I have spoken?
Quill.
Quill, yeah. So like maybe he's gonna build this new crew, right? And then they're gonna go on like adventures together. But that's just not what the show is, clearly. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so at this point, it's either like you keep, which is a valid point. You could be frustrated and say, I don't want the show to be just him and the child, which is fine. But I think if you do that, you're just going to be annoyed with the show because that's what it is.
I enjoy the show for what it is, but I think I am still annoyed for like their route that they're taking. Like I'm not even necessarily the route that they're taking, just like the 180 flip from season 1 to 2. Just it's unexpected. That's all. Like, I mean, I still like the show. I still think the episodes are great and funny.
Yeah,
it's just unexpected. It's one of those things as a fan, you're like, I mean, I guess. Sure,
yeah. I agree. It is a weird, like they pull the rug under you because you think you're going down this one path and they're like, psych, nope, we're actually going this way. Yeah. Anything you got to add, Athix? Because I feel like we've not we're just debating.
I was enjoying listening to it. You guys kind of said it all, really. I definitely agree with Max's statement that it's not what I thought The Mandalorian was going to be. And I've learned that now. And like Max says, I've got to learn to accept that. It is kind of still just the monster of the week, except this monster was stormtroopers.
Yeah.
To be honest, just thinking back, I'm kind of disappointed with a lot of the combat fighting scenes. They're very forgettable and all just stand behind a corner, shoot a blaster.
Yeah.
Like I think the choreography for the fighting scenes could be a lot better.
Yeah.
And
I
again,
agree
with
with
the
that.
chase scene with the cannon, it wasn't really anything memorable.
Yeah, that's a
chase
fair
part,
criticism.
The chase scene was funny because like at the very start when they like kind of collided and smashed into each other.
That was funny.
That was like the one funny part that I really enjoyed.
But apart from that, it was a generic chase scene, and then it was the predictable ending of Mando swooping in and saving everybody because he hadn't been in a
you're like,
scene
where's
for a while.
Mando? And like 3 seconds later, he just shows right up.
Yeah. But yeah, now I know what the Mando is. My expectations have lowered, and I really enjoyed this episode. A lot better than last episode. We got a little bit more story, a lot of intrigue with the whole cloning thing. We need to go back and look. What did them suits look like? Were they like Vader suits?
That's what I was trying to figure out at the end. What were those? Because he's staring them down, and then as it pans out, like they've got obviously a whole arsenal of those whatever they are. So if anybody in chat knows exactly, you could let us know.
I did like your point with if you do link up everything, then it does make it a smaller world. I agree with that.
Yeah, like so to me, that's why I don't mind if they plant some things that are like more like, hey, this is just a new thing, instead of saying constantly like, oh, everything is like, oh, and that's actually related to this.
In a vast universe, the chances of everything being related are very, very small. So.
Yeah. Especially because again, they try to do stuff like how they mention like, oh, you never come out to this part, like to Navarro. So it's like you're trying to create the idea that the world is huge, and then at the same time everything is super duper tiny because everything has to be like related, and it's like, oh, that's actually this and this is actually that, and da-da-da. And on one hand it's exciting because it kind of gives you that like, oh my god, this is tied to that, but at the same time I personally like the idea of opening up the world.
Do you think that the shock trooper lady's somehow going to be linked to Princess Leia, with her being from Alderaan?
No, I don't.
Was that a thing? No, you don't think they're going to be anything related?
Is there any specific someone from Alderaan? Because she said lost everyone. Like, is there a like, I guess?
Well, Princess Leia's family and parents, Senator Organa was from there. I don't know if we know anyone else.
I think it's just they don't have many worlds, so they reuse a lot of them. No, I'm being fully serious. Like, there's a lot of worlds, but on screen there's only a few that actually come up.
Right.
But like,
so what's the state of Coruscant at this point in the timeline?
It's a delicious French pastry.
I have no idea. I don't really know exactly right now. I'm trying to remember exactly. Because between the periods of episode 6 and 7, like, it was really like it was like more of a shamble government. It wasn't really an established government because at the time everything was still falling apart. So like there was the New Republic, but like you hear even Mando earlier in other seasons, like even for season 1, he scoffed at the New Republic and was like, that's a joke. And like, like people don't take the New Republic seriously because I guess they're not established at the time. So during this time, it's really just about like lawlessness and mugging and smuggling and all that. Yeah. So like that's the time.
So
overall, I'd give this one a thumbs up.
Let's do thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs. What kind of thumbs? Okay, thumbs up.
I'm gonna do like a diagonal, but slightly tilting even.
Wait a minute. That was last week. You gave. That's what you gave last week, but you said last week's episode was better.
No, last week I gave
this. Bro, you can't do this whole like, oh, I have 17 degrees going downwards, 14. It's thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down. That's it.
Thumbs up from me.
Thumbs up from me as well. Thumbs up. Okay, there you go. All right, guys, we'll be back next week with episode number 5 of Mandocast as we check out chapter number 13.
Ooh.
Ooh, everybody's dying. Everybody's dead. That's how chapter 13 is going to end. Just everybody, just Jason Voorhees shows up.
Still better than Game of Thrones.
And he just claps everybody. So we'll hopefully get you guys here next week. Don't forget, if you guys enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button. Have an absolutely fantastic day. We will be posting Mando memes tweets, so make sure you guys reply to them. Follow Isaac at
Athix Gaming on YouTube.
Follow Gamer at
Retry, which you can find by YouTubing Retry Population 1. We're actually, I wanted to mention this earlier, but there's a brand new Star Wars game that came out for VR yesterday. It's actually called Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge.
Whoa. And does it
Yeah.
crossover with Tales from Sonic?
Exactly, and Sonic's in there, and Knuckles is in there, and
Whoa.
Dr. Eggman's in there.
There you go. Big deal.
They're all
Go
in the
check
Millennium
it out.
Falcon. Oof.
There, check it out. And
check it
follow
out.
me at Blitzwinger on where you're currently watching this, possibly. And then also follow me on
I'd hope
Twitter
so.
and Instagram